is the life of a storm chaser.
Look at it, RFD tilting it. RFD's gonna tilt it. Oh, baby!
An eccentric mix of scientists and thrill seekers who descend on Tornado Alley every year to study lethal twisters. Most of them sit back and safely study tornadoes from afar with high-powered radar and computers. But not Lanny Dean and Randy Hicks.
Come get me, motherfucker!
Chasing is like a drug. There's no better high than when you see a tornado on the ground and it's just ripping across the countryside. You're able to stay with it.
Tornado on the ground, baby! Randy, we did it!
Once you get that addiction, you can't get enough of it.
We've been in tornadoes. There ain't nothing like it.
This renegade duo risks their lives to get up close and personal with the tornadoes they hunt.
A lot of chasers want to go out and film a tornado from 5 miles away. And if they like that Norman Rockwell looking well, that's fine with me, but that ain't doing it for me. This is just boring the out of me.
The action is where the tornado's at. It's not 2 miles back. You want to taste it, you want to feel it, you want to breathe it. You got to be there.
For Lenny, it's his job and his passion.
We've got a rear flank downdraft of, measure it, a 70-mile-an-hour rear flank downdraft, a very large wedge. Do you copy?
Lanny drove all the way from Missouri down here to catch this particular tornado this afternoon. What we call a rear flank downdraft was visible here.
I'm not out there to try to impress anybody. And I'm out there because I want to try to get the word out to save people's lives. There's no better feeling in the world than knowing that people took shelter because they heard you.
For Randy, it's a mission. Film the inside of a tornado before he dies.
Until I get the inside of that tornado filmed, I'm going to get it done or die trying. There ain't no backing down.
His secret weapon, a homemade video probe called the Caminator.
This is what I call the Caminator DVP, which stands for Dual Video Probe, meaning that it has 2 digital video camcorders inside.
Trying to deploy the probe has increased our risk factor tenfold. Now we have to take risks that normally you wouldn't take. I mean, we're talking about could kill us.
Damn, we gotta go.
The life-threatening risks they take and a few close calls earn Randy and Lanny bad reputations with the storm-chasing community.
I'm in the tornado.
And I got spanked by the chasing community. Letters, emails, phone calls. They had a fit. This guy's a f***ing idiot. Yet he's gonna get himself killed.
You run into these guys, this guy calls you an outlaw, that guy calls you an outlaw. Well, if I'm outlaw, I am the outlaw. And that's when I decided I was the outlaw chaser.
Randy and Lanny's chases often start on back roads like this one, deep in the heart of Kansas.
I ran a forecast and I knew something was going to happen in Kansas, as far as I could narrow it down. Randy and I talked the night before the Mulvane tornado, and both agreed that South Central Kansas was the place to be.
And, you know, the next thing I know, we're busting down the road headed towards Wichita trying to get to the storm.
I'm driving down the road and I've got some loud music playing, some good hard rockin' music, and I'm in my zone.
Hell of a day. I hope people don't die today.
Hours later, the outlaws arrive just outside of the town of Mulvane, Kansas.
It's 5:50. It's just about 6 o'clock.
We love 6 o'clock because it really truly is like the witching hour. Crazy stuff happens. I don't know why, but every chaser out there knows that 6 o'clock is magic.
As if on cue, the storm's intensity suddenly multiplies.
It just kept getting bigger and bigger and stronger, and you could see it, just a matter of time. It was wound up like an 8-day clock.
See what happened to this bad boy. It's rotating like a big dog.
I can tell this sucker is just about ready to drop. And then bam!
Tornado's on the ground! Tornado! Tornado on the ground! We have power flashes up there!
So I drive towards the tornado, because that's what I do. That's the way I roll. It's throwing debris around. I see the debris, and I mean, it's really chunking it.
There's still debris flying in there. I need to be very careful.
Game on.
Oh, man. Oh, man. We're right behind this tornado. And I mean just a couple hundred yards behind this tornado.
I'm kind of worried at this point. I realize, hey, we've got towns come up, or this maybe get into Mulvane, or now I'm starting to sweat it because of these communities. I've got to stay with the storm.
Lanny races to beat the tornado into the heart of the town of Mulvane. But Randy is still on the outskirts of town, hunting for a good spot to deploy his video probe.
I'd never seen a tornado that had so much electrical activity in and around it, like, lightning strikes, thunder booming.
As you can see, I'm the only chaser with the balls enough to stand here and take it.
I got about 4 miles east of town, and I'm thinking, hey, I'm in a good position here. It's time to turn the probe on. Then the whole storm shifted and started heading in towards Mulvane. Lanny takes chances like I do. And at that time, I didn't have a cell phone, no way to really have contact with Lanny.
Lanny, you ought to be closing in by now. Where in the hell you at?
Coming up, Lanny goes head-to-head with the gruesome tornado and witnesses nature's fury up close.
No.